The Guardian have probably lost a listener from me, and I know they won't care about that particularly, but I've followed them for 6-7 years now, so it's sad. And I went in there to have a respectful conversation, and I was greeted by a petulant child man. Morning, guys. How are we all doing?
It's a bit late, aren't we, this morning?
We're a little bit late. It's someone's fault, and I don't think we need to question. I don't think we need to point the finger at anyone. To be honest, I think we just need to move on with the pod.
It's not the morning.
Right, we're going to be talking today about. It's a slight tangent. It is football. It's always football, but it's not quite football. I've wanted to talk for a while about different sort of things and kind of morals and justification. And like, for instance, there's been a bit of Twitter bullying on a Spurs account recently. I wanted to get into that recently, but today I kind of want to talk about professionalism in sports journalism, boys. And there's a reason for that. A reason that you both know well.
Something might have sparked this last night.
Something sparked me wanting to speak about this, but we're going to go from the top because that's where the best place to start on these things.
Absolutely.
I'm sure many of you will know ESPN posted a video that was never meant to go viral of two paid journalists mocking Harry Kane's speech impediment, calling him a mofo, and just generally like saying, "Oh, we're going to do this in the style of his voice." Like, it was just a bit crude. I'm not saying people aren't allowed to. Like, I probably said things about Aubameyang that I'm not. Probably have. That's what people do. And people make mistakes. But when you get broadcast on ESPN, people want apologies, and that's just part of being in the job, innit?
Absolutely. Like, it's such a big platform. When you make a mistake, millions of people will see it. Not even the fact that it went viral. Like, millions of people will see it because it's ESPN alone. You have to own up to your mistake. That's just right.
So they do. I'm not questioning the validity of their apology. I'm not going to say they only did it because they got caught. I don't know. I do not know that. In steps Barry Glendenning from my favourite football podcast, the one I always make sure I listen to, big fan, Football Weekly. Okay? Comes in, says it's the most fucking ridiculous thing he's ever heard and that no one should have to apologise. I wouldn't normally reply, but I actually think it's a mark of respect that I have for sort of these people, if that makes sense. That I decided, you know what, actually, I don't agree with that. It's he's actually posted this morning and still hasn't deleted the stuff from last night, which is... Oh, he's disabled all his replies, though. Oh, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Sorry. No, I'm wrong. Right, sorry.
Did you just own up to a mistake, Josh?
I will not be apologising. So I'm going to spell you what actually happened, because that's the only way to make it factual.
Yeah.
There's no spin on this. Come on, Barry, big fan, but mocking a speech impediment and calling someone a mofo on a platform that big, they do not deserve pitchforks, but an apology was warranted. It's professionalism. They apologised. Yes, okay, rightly so, but your statement says they shouldn't have. I don't have an issue with them anymore. My firm issue is with you saying that no one should have to apologise. Especially when, like, isn't it like mental health awareness or something happened recently? Like, this is all journalists have crossed like calm and all of this. Anyway, well, they did. That was his response. Well, they did.
Well, they did.
I'm thinking, you know what? He's getting quite abrupt and short. So I want to step back from this, and I want to say, for the record, I'm not suggesting we dismiss the apology. We all say things that we wouldn't want made public. But if you get caught, you have to apologise. I'm a big Guardian fan, and what you bring. I'm just confused at why you don't think an apology was the right thing to do. I'm thinking, what a reasonable man I am. I'm
what
thinking,
a nice man.
Then it got a bit personal.
Then he hits
it?
back. Have you seen your own pinned tweet? Mr. Makey Up name. But it's good that you're on the record. crying, laughing and face emoji, crying,
That
laughing
really
face emoji.
confused me.
Baffled us all at this point. Because
It really took a turn after this.
to be fair, this is my pinned tweet.
Yeah.
That has no relevance to the conversation whatsoever.
No, so what's
How dare you, Josh? How dare you?
at this point? I'm thinking, nah, fuck you. What's my pinned tweet of me dancing with a friend got to do with anything? You work for The Guardian. I'd expect you to have a bit more about you than acting like a fucking child. Probably should have just said child.
I did think that at the time, but we he swear, you swear, so we all swear. What's fine?
So he's come back, making up name. I expect this as I post in a cowardly fashion, brave, but not brave enough to post my identity. So basically what he's getting at is that I'm Mr. Big Bollocks because I can hide behind my one Josh Too Many name. Follow me. When really, it's just your Twitter name. People have Twitter names, don't they?
Just I
If
thought
we were
about this.
posting
Like,
under the
my
back
Twitter
post,
name.
it would even be better.
My Twitter name is JTMLNS. It's not my actual name. There's a couple letters missing. Does that mean like am I hiding behind something with that? It's absolutely ridiculous.
So we'll round it off because I then kind of go, well, my name's Joshua Ian Park. I live in Kendal, Cumbria, and my picture's my real face. So what on earth are you talking about? So he comes back. So to be clear, Joshua, for reasons best known to yourself, posts under here under made-up names. You've never made fun of anyone. I'm like, Barry, you've completely missed the point. I've already said that I'm not condemning the two reporters. I've said that people make mistakes, but when you get caught on ESPN and you're being paid to be a professional, you have to apologise. Comes back at me. They did apologise. Yes, but why do you have an issue with that? And the annoying thing about this conversation is he actually didn't follow the thread format that Twitter provides to make this stuff easy. So he actually starts posting on like other upper threads that I've said. And at one point, just the two other things he said, and then I'm done with this monologue, is, would you want an apology? Are you that pathetic? Are you seriously saying you've never made fun of anyone? No, I thought not. And I kind of, again, went a bit abrupt and went, no, I don't really want anything from you, cheers. To which he replied, quite a while later, actually, like an hour later, hit back with, you are so utterly gutless you haven't had the stones to post under your actual name, but you feel confident enough to criticise others. To which I posted back the thing where I tell him my name and just told him to go to bed. And that was the...
To be fair, he did go to bed, didn't he?
He did go to bed. Yeah, so sorry that's, been a bit of a monologue for you guys there, but I wanted to just give context, like that. Yeah. Everything I said is what happened. You can judge for yourself, I guess. Oh God, someone's moving upstairs.
But the point of this video isn't to cause trouble, what's happened on Twitter has happened on Twitter, but I think the main point I think you wanted to make, Jay, is... Go on, you might as well say it because I'm going to steal it from you.
Well, cheers, Adam. Well, the thing that annoyed me the most personally, obviously Josh had this little argument with Barry, and it was about something quite serious. But the thing that annoyed me was how such a well-respected journalist, someone I respected a lot, I listened to that podcast a lot as well, has such an outdated opinion on something quite serious. Like it was something we missed out with saying. He started off by saying snowflakes, which for me clearly shows that he has this idea about life, and it's just this. It is a very annoying, outdated thought process, but he's in such a high place in football media, and that kind of annoys me a lot because there's people like us three, plenty of people out there, bust our asses off to try and get into this industry, but people like him with these ideas and these thoughts that are just there, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be there because of his work he's done in the past, but the fact that he's so disgusted by an apology that needed to be made, it baffled me. It's beyond me. It's insane.
One thing that I did forget to mention while doing this pod, and I guess it's kind of the most confusing part, is that he never could provide an answer for why he had such a problem with the ESPN people apologising, being made to apologising of their own accord. It doesn't matter. But the fact that they had to apologise for something that they said really wound him up. And after being pushed to answer the question, why is it such a problem that these people have apologised? He never answered, and still hasn't. So that's, for me, one of the most bizarre things about this, and one of the things that makes this so baffling. But hey, what do you think? Do you think these people should have to apologise? Do you think that it's all nonsense? Personally, I think if you get caught out insulting someone, the human, professional thing to do is to apologise. You know, try not to do it in the first place, but if you do, be ready to swallow your pride and say soz. Back to the pod. I guess what I'm trying to say is, and the annoying thing is, and to elaborate on Jay's point, is that we do this for free. We sit in front of you. It's a hobby. We try. We're trying to make good stuff, and we're trying to, you know, we'll get things wrong factually. We'll probably say the wrong thing. We'll always own up to it. We'll always call each other out. But
absolutely, yeah, of course.
There's people, and I'm a fan of The Guardian, but the amount of times I've heard Barry say, you know, I didn't watch this game, or oh, actually, I think I tip Arsenal to win just because they're against Liverpool, and you know the only reason he's saying it is because Arsenal are the less likely team. So there's no analysis in there. It's just the lesser team's going to win. I tip them to win, and you're like, what are you actually analysing here? Like, I can look clever by saying Burnley might shock Chelsea. It's just football. It can happen. Same with Oliver Holt when he attacked Tottenham for the buy-in to the Carabao Cup next round, saying that we're pushing Leyton Orient to extinction. Meanwhile, the Tottenham fans purchased like a record number of things from the Leyton Orient shop to support them, and Harry Kane sponsors their bloody team. And it's just difficult because I want to get my journalism from reputable sources. I think The Guardian, I've always liked The Guardian. It's a good place to go. But you know what? If you want your sports journalism, there's two places you should be going, and I'm going to loosely call it journalism for us. You should be going to the Back Post, and you should be going to The Athletic. We're not sponsored by The Athletic, but that's where you should be heading, because there's probably a reason that I hope he doesn't write for those people don't write for The Athletic, and they write for the newspapers, where, you know, as much as we don't particularly want the newspapers to completely die, apart from the obvious few that we won't name because I think you know, there's a reason journalism's moving the way it is and leaving people like that behind. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Well said, mate.
But yeah, follow me on Instagram if you want, and on Twitter if you want to see the argument with me and Barry. Whoa, clickbait. No, and you know what? I don't even have a particular problem with him. I just thought last night was frustrating. The Guardian have probably lost a listener from me, and I know they won't care about that particularly. But I've followed them for 6-7 years now, so it's sad. And that, you know, I went in there to have a respectful conversation, and I was greeted by a petulant child man who, you know, and I'm sorry to Max Rushton as well, because I absolutely love Max Rushton. He's everything I think a sports journalist should be. But hey, we move. Right, I'm done now because I'm just rambling. It's just I should have just done this video by myself, really, shouldn't I?
Yeah. We interjected. We brought enough. Thanks for watching, though. A bit of a different video from us, but we just had to say it. We had to speak about it. It was so bizarre last night, and we needed to address it some way, and we wanted to address it in the media that we do so well. Apparently not in a video. So, thanks for watching, and tell your dads, everyone.